Welcome back to another live video from your boy Dominic Rich, and I'll be doing day 2 of the UEFA Nations League. Well, it's still actually match day 1, but it's the second day of the competition, which I plan to do a live stream for each day. It's a plan. I don't know if I will, execute the plan, but it's a plan, I did not actually get to watch any matches today because I had jury duty. Look, paperwork from the jury duty, which I actually wrote down all the information on, so here I am, guys. What's up? Welcome to the live stream, man. Welcome to the live stream, everyone. I just got home, like, let's say 30 minutes ago. I had a small snack, had something to drink, and now I'm back outside again. Back outside to do the live stream because, I just like the outdoors sometimes, and there would be people walking up and down my sidewalk as well because I'm actually in my front yard. But as we wait for more people to join the live stream, let me see who's in here right now. Omar M is up in here. What's up, man? CR7 Golazo, hi, how are you? Tara, what up? Luna 713, hi, how are you? Name, hi, how are you? Ariel loves Atlanta, what's up? She says first, if that's a she. Hello. So we have 18 people up in here. Adnan is back up in here. Adnan seems to like the live streams a lot, Sima Gal is up in here. What's up? What's up? Ethan Alvarado. What's up, man? Everyone, man, thank you for joining the live stream. We have Austin Herzig back up in here again. I appreciate everyone joining it. So, the people who are actually early, I will actually start, the information now because, the replay will actually be up on the channel. For those who miss it, they can actually rewatch it. So let's do a recap of what went down yesterday. In League A, my laptop is actually working again, It was frozen yesterday. So we have Advenko up in here again. What's up, man? What's up? Okay, I will get to all the games, guys. League A yesterday, we saw Germany and France playing to a 0-0 game. It was really exciting. Both teams canceled each other out. I actually think Germany were a better team, Alphonso Areola came up big on his debut and he saved France. Could we see him in the net for the future, But the thing is, Hugo Lloris is the captain, so he will still have to play second fiddle. I think with that performance, he might just leapfrog Steve Mandanda because he is good. He is really good. He was PSG's #1 for most of last season as well, but now Buffon is there. He has to step back. Then we had Ukraine defeating Czech Republic yesterday, 2-1. Pretty exciting game. Ended really, really, well for Ukraine with Zinchenko scoring a goal. The Czech Republic's defense was in disarray. And then we had, this is League B now, guys. So the other League B match, Wales just decimated the Republic of Ireland, getting revenge after, the Republic of Ireland stole that playoff spot for the World Cup. Wales were on top for most of the, the qualifiers, but they kind of, fell back after Gareth Bale got injured. Then in League C, we had Bulgaria defeating Slovenia. Note, guys, Slovenia was actually without Jan Oblak. I don't know the keeper who was in goal, but he had a terrible day at the office. And then the other League C match, Norway defeated Cyprus 2-0. I expected that. Norway, they were really, really clinical, and they did pretty good, and they deserved the points. In League D, we had Georgia defeating Kazakhstan 2-0. Something's biting me. Wow. Georgia defeated Kazakhstan 2-0. Georgia is actually the team that I predict to get promoted to League C, and they actually scored the first goal of the UEFA Nations League, a man by the name of Georgi Kazakhstan. I can't even say his name, but he scored the first goal for the UEFA Nations League, and it was a howler from the edge of the box, so it was really good. Then Armenia defeated Liechtenstein 2-0, which was a great result for them. Latvia and Andorra played to a 0-0 draw. That's a big result for Andorra, who are minnows. And then we saw Macedonia defeated Gibraltar, who is a minnow. Macedonia, I don't think is a minnow. They will, you know, they will rise. They will rise eventually someday. They defeated them 2-0. That's Goran Pandev's team. I really like Goran Pandev. So now we have recapped match day 1 fixtures, guys. Let's talk about the match day 2 fixtures. Well, I will start from League D and I will leave the League A game for last. So guys, allow me to just talk about the matches, and then after I'm done talking about the matches, we will have a Q&A session in the end where I will answer all your questions. I think I'm a little bit more lively today than yesterday. I didn't do a live stream in quite a while, so you know, it takes time for me to get the, you know, the engine warmed up. So let's start with League D. So in League D, Azerbaijan and Kosovo played each other to a 0-0 draw. So I'm actually on the UEFA website and I'm going to give you guys some really nice tidbits. This is the first time these two nations are meeting in a competitive fixture. So maybe they have played a friendly before, but this is the first competitive fixture between Azerbaijan and Kosovo. Today's live stream is going to be a lot better than yesterday. Promise you, so stick around. Then Kosovo actually ended a 9-game losing streak. A 9-game losing streak in competitive fixtures. So Kosovo is a team on the rise. You know, there's a lot of debate on whether Kosovo is a country or not, but it's a footballing nation that plays in UEFA, so we have to respect that. So Kosovo, they said, is actually unbreached, meaning they have not conceded a goal all 2018 in their 4 matches. So that's pretty dope as well for Kosovo. And this is the first match for Gurbanov, the head coach of Azerbaijan. This is his first competitive fixture, and Kosovo is actually still seeking their first ever competitive win. So I hope you guys, you know, enjoy those fun facts that I'm getting from the UEFA website. So they're not coming from my head. I can't know every single thing that's going on in football. But these two nations played to a 0-0 draw. It's a big result for Kosovo. It's a good result for Azerbaijan as well. 1 point each. So let's move on to the next fixture. But let me know, that was actually a League D Group 3 match. So I just want to put that there for the people watching the replay as well. Then we had a next Group 3 fixture. The other 2 teams in Group 3 played today as well, and they were Faroe Islands and Malta. What am I saying? Faroe Islands versus Malta. So Faroe Islands defeated Malta 3-1. I think Faroe Islands are the team that I picked to get, you know, promoted to League C. Let me check these teams. I think so. No, I think I did pick Azerbaijan though. I think I did pick Azerbaijan to get promoted to League B. No, to League C. But Faroe Islands are looking really good. I think they placed 4th in World Cup qualifiers in their group. So they are a Scandinavian. I think they could be classed as Scandinavian. They are on the rise. So for Faroe Islands, they defeated Malta 3-0. Johan Edmondson scored first in the 31st minute. And I actually just put Johan Edmondson in my best Scandinavian team of 2018. Because when I do these best, I try to put a player from each nation, you know, in the squad, just to be fair. And then in the 38th minute, Rene Johansson scored. And then actually Malta started a fight back through Michael Mifsud. I think he's actually their best player in the 42nd minute. So we saw 3 first half goals, and then early in the second half, Haller Hansen, you know, put the game to bed for Faroe Islands. Big 3-point. So there was not a lot of tidbits on these 2 teams, so I don't have any tidbits for that match. So let's move on to League C. Okay, so we are now into League C. We have now recapped League D. So what I will do before I move on to League C, let me tell you the standings in League D right now. So we're gonna go to League D, and in Group 1, Each team has played one game. Georgia is at the top with 3 points. Latvia and Andorra 1 point, but Latvia above Andorra. I don't know why. And then Kazakhstan is at the bottom with 0 points and a -2 goal difference. In Group 2, there has been no games yet in Group 2 of League D. That group has, you see, I keep mixing up leagues and groups. Belarus, Luxembourg, Moldova, and the minnows, really second tier minnows, San Marino. And in Group 3, where we saw today's games, Faroe Islands are on top with 3 points. Azerbaijan and Kosovo has 1 point each, and Malta at the bottom, 0 points. And in Group 4 of League D, Macedonia is on top with 3 points, Armenia second, 3 points, Liechtenstein 0 points, and Gibraltar at the bottom with 0 points as well. So now that I have recapped League D and let you know all the standings, let's move on to League C. Okay, so League C, guys. First match, let me talk about the Romania versus Montenegro, which was a Group 4 game. I don't think I picked any of these teams to get to advance to league. You see, I keep messing up the groups and leagues. I don't know why UEFA did that, but to League B. So Romania versus Montenegro. It was a home match for Romania. Okay. So let's see what happened in this game. Let me see. It was a 0-0, but I'm looking for a little tidbit. I think somebody received the red card. Yes, someone received the red card in the 77th minute, and Romania was unable to make, you know, use of that red card, that extra guy. So not many tidbits here for this match, but Montenegro has gone winless in their last 7 games, including friendlies and competitive fixtures. So they are a struggling team. Remember that, guys. Montenegro winless in their last 7 games. Okay? So, and also Romania, they failed to pick up a win at Euro 16. But 0-0, I guess it's a great result for both teams, and especially for Montenegro, a team struggling, you know. So someone just speed by. I don't know why they're driving so fast on the block. But the next match, Serbia played Lithuania away. This was a home match for Lithuania. So Serbia defeated Lithuania 1-0. Pretty close match. Pretty close match. Dusan Tadic scored in the 38th minute when he converted a penalty. Remember, guys, I did not watch any of the games today. If you're now tuning in, because I had jury duty. Okay, jury duty is when you have to go to the courthouse. Every citizen of America, you know, has to do jury duty, and you know, they decide whether they want to pick you or not to, you know, play jury in a trial. So I did not get picked. So let's move on. Let us move on. So Serbia actually hit the woodwork 4 times. 4 times, guys. You know, twice. Alexander Mitrovic hit it twice. You know, Mitrovic is a really good striker. He plays for Fulham right now, former Newcastle man. I think Mitrovic could actually step up 1 more level, or even 2 more levels. He's good. He's really deadly in front of goal. But I just think he lacks that. He looks kind of fat, to be honest. He looks kind of fat. If he could trim down maybe 10 pounds, he will be a much better striker. But maybe that's just his game. What else? What else could I say here? So actually, Dusan Tadic actually got a second penalty and it was saved. So pretty good stuff by Lithuania, defying Serbia and keeping them down to only 1 goal. Remember, goal difference could come into play at the end, so it's pretty important. So it also said that Serbia has never reached a Euro finals. Wow. And it also mentioned that they exited at the group stage at the 2018 World Cup. which we have to keep in mind because I think the coach, Mladen Krstajic, has been coming under a lot of criticism as of late, and the Serbian camp isn't the happiest right now. So it's a big result for them. It's a really, really big under pressure result for Serbia. So let's move on to the next Group C fixture, League C fixture. Why do I keep saying Group C? But I'm really surprised that Serbia was actually in League C though. So Albania, the team that this is Group 1 in League C. Albania, they defeated Israel 1 goal to nil. What am I talking about? 3 goals. This is actually the group that has 3 teams in League C. This is Group 1, Scotland, Albania, and Israel. Remember, in this group, no one is guaranteed to get relegated. We could also see 2 teams from one of these League C groups get relegated. So Serbia, not Liechtenstein, what was that team again? Damn, I forgot that team already. Shoots. 1 second, guys. Lithuania. God damn, Lithuania. Wow. But anyways, Albania 1, Israel 0. I'm actually predicted Israel to be the worst 3rd place team and get relegated to League D, where I do think they belong. So the only goal was scored. You got short-term memory, Dam. Yes, a little bit of short-term memory there. Toulant Xhaka, Granit Xhaka's brother. Granit Xhaka plays for Switzerland. Toulant Xhaka plays for Albania, and you guys know the whole story behind that. So actually, fun fact for you guys, for Israel, Iran Zahavi, he comes out of retirement because I think he had actually retired, and he came back to play international football for Israel. So Israel is actually taking this thing seriously, and they actually want to get promoted to League B. So Zahavi actually plays right now in China, and he has been killing it over there. He's killing it, making money, and he's banging in the goals as well. And he is actually, I think, the only player from Israel that I know, because he is that good. I saw him in the Champions League a few seasons ago when Maccabi Tel Aviv qualified for the Champions League. I don't know how many of you guys remember that, but I did. So Scotland will host Albania on Monday. So we have freaking league. UEFA Nations League, we have it tomorrow, we have it Sunday, apparently we have it Monday. It will go on for quite a few days in this current international break. I love the UEFA Nations League. Thank you for actually, unveiling this thing. There's also African Cup of Nations qualifying going on. There's actually CONCACAF Nations League qualifying going on. So those are actually competitive games as well. But as you guys should know, UEFA always takes first preference and first priority. So Albania 1, Israel 0 to round off League C. So as I did for League B, let's look at the standings of League C and just discuss that a little bit. So in League C, Group 1, 2 matches played so far. Albania 3 points, Israel no points, Scotland yet to play. In Group 2, where we have Estonia, Finland, Greece, and Hungary, where I predicted Greece to get promoted to League B, no matches has been played as yet. And then in Group 3, where we have Norway, Bulgaria, Slovenia, and Cyprus, Norway and Bulgaria has 3 points apiece, while Slovenia and Cyprus doesn't have any points. So I'm actually predicting Norway to get promoted as well. In Group 4, where we have Serbia, Romania, Montenegro, and Lithuania, Serbia on top with 3 points, Romania 1 point, Montenegro 1 point, and Lithuania at the bottom 0 points. Serbia, I think, will push through from this group if they could keep things together. So that rounds off Group League C. What am I? Oh my God. It's going to take me a while for me to get this properly, guys. So let's move on to League B. League B, we had 1 match today. between Turkey, the team who missed the 2018 World Cup, and the team who qualified for Euro 16 from a Selçuk İnan a free kick. Remember that free kick, guys? I think for that they had to, that was when they actually brought in Mircea Lucescu as manager, I think, because they were in crisis. They weren't going to qualify for the Euros. I might be wrong, but Selçuk İnan, he stepped up and he put it in the back of the net from a free kick. I was like, wow. They didn't do too good at that tournament, but they failed to qualify for the 2018 World Cup, where they were in a very tough group, which had Iceland, the debutants, the eventual runners-up Croatia, and Ukraine, who are a very tough team. And it's very tough to play in Ukraine as well. It's cold over there. But they played Russia, 2018 World Cup host, 2018 World Cup dark horse, or let's say the best dark horse of 2018, went all the way to the quarterfinals, you know, where they lost to eventual runners-up Croatia. So, League B, guys. The league underneath League A, where the teams who are good but not so good, and we don't know if they're bad yet, you know. So they're like in between. They're limbo, in between good and bad. So first goal was scored by Denis Cheryshev, who's continuing his great form from the 2018 World Cup. Man, that boy Cheryshev is on fire. But Turkey actually equalized to Serdar Aziz in the 41st minute. But early in the second half, we had Artem Zhuba. Artem Zhuba, guys. You know, he's still trying to prove a point. He scored in the 49th minute, as I just said, to put Russia 2-1 up. So, pretty good thing. Pretty good stuff right there. Both stars from the World Cup still on fire, still in good form. Denis Cheryshev, Artem Zhuba, man. I told you guys Russia is the team to watch from this group. So that was the only Group B game. Tidbits for you. Tidbits. Let me see. Okay. Tidbits. Let me see. These two nations actually drew 1-1 in Moscow in a friendly in June, just before the World Cup. So Russia's record versus Turkey, 4 matches played, 2 wins and 2 draws. So Russia might be Turkey's bogey team. So let me do a quick recap of League B before I move on to League A. And after I do League A, I'll do a recap, and then we will go into the fun part of the video that you guys have been looking forward to, is the Q&A. I know you guys want to ask me questions and hear my replies. So in League B, in Group 1, where we have 3 teams in every group in League B, we have Ukraine on top, 3 points. Slovakia haven't played us yet. They played Denmark. They played Denmark on Wednesday, defeated them 3-0 in a friendly, where Denmark sent out their third, it's not even a C team. Maybe it's like a D team, where they had third-tier footballers and futsal players, you know, futsal. They were actually going to send the futsal team, but they thought about it and they were like, nah. You know, I actually expected Slovakia to defeat them like 8-0, but the boys went out there, the D team went out there and represented Denmark really, really well. 3-0. Some of these guys might never ever play for Denmark again. And some of them, who knows, might get a call up in the future when there's another crisis, you know. Call in the scabs. Call in the scabs. But Czech Republic, no point in that group. Group 2. Russia, Sweden, Turkey. I'm predicting Russia to be promoted to Group A. I'm predicting Turkey to get relegated. Russia started things off really, really well. Really, really good 3 points. Turkey, not a good start at all for a rebuilding team. I think one of you guys mentioned that. I think it was Advenko who mentioned that. Then in Group 3, we have Austria, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Northern Ireland. I'm actually predicting Austria to get promoted, Northern Ireland to get relegated. No matches has been played as yet. And in Group 4, Wales on top with 3 points. Denmark, the aforementioned Denmark, in the middle, haven't played a match as yet. And the Republic of Ireland, who got destroyed, who got baptized 4-1. They were in shambles, you know. And someone from Ireland commented on the video and they said that quite a few players from Ireland are injured, and you know that's why they lost the game. But guess what, man? A good national team is able to replace their injured men and still play well. Okay, that's the mark of a really strong national team. So that rounds off League B. You see how I keep saying group, right? So now for the only League A match, which was actually the only marquee match today, was between Italy and Poland. Yesterday's marquee match between Germany and France ended in a draw, and today the game ended in a draw as well. Italy missed the 2018 World Cup, like surprisingly. You know, who knows what Ventura was thinking, but let's not even talk about Ventura anymore. But Italy missed the World Cup. Poland went to the World Cup. They qualified. They were one of the top seeded team, and they flopped. And maybe they flopped because they kind of messed around with the FIFA rankings by actually playing against weaker teams so that their ranking could boost, you know, and it probably backfired. So Peter Zielinski scored first in the 40th minute. He actually plays for Napoli in the Serie A in Italy, you know, to add insult to injury. And Italy actually equalized in the 78th minute through a Jorginho penalty. Balotelli actually went off in the 61st minute, so if he hadn't went off, he would have actually, you know, taken that penalty. But the Chelsea man, the former Napoli man, stepped up, put it home, you know, equalized for Italy, and things got started off on the right foot. This is actually Roberto Mancini's first ever competitive match in charge of Italy, and this is actually Jerzy Berzeshek's first ever game in charge of Poland. That's some fun facts for you coming from the head. You see, I didn't even look down at the laptop, right? So two coaches, you know, starting off their managerial careers for their national teams, has started off pretty satisfactory. You know, Italy, it was a tricky game because, you know, all eyes are on Italy. All eyes are also on Poland. But still, Robert Lewandowski failed to score today. But I think he was credited with the assist. I didn't see the goal, but I read something that he, you know, he crossed it in and Zielinski put it in the back of the net. And both teams share the spoil. So, any more tidbits I can give you? Italy are now unbeaten in 46 home matches. Like, wow. 46 home matches. Unbeaten. Competitive matches. 46 home competitive matches. Wow, what a freaking record. And their home record versus Poland are now 3 wins and 3 draws. Pretty cool stuff, man. Pretty cool stuff. So a little bit for the lineups for those matches, for this match, so you guys could, you know, who didn't actually look at the game. We had Donnarumma in goal. Chiellini was the captain. Jorginho played, Balotelli, Insigne, Biraghi. I never heard of him. I'm learning something new today. I don't really watch the Italian Serie A like that, so that's why. Then we had Lorenzo Pellegrini, who is a highly sought striker or forward. Gagliardini, Bonucci, Bernardeschi, who is a real live wire. I like him. And Davide Zappacosta, the former Torino man, who now plays for, I think it's Torino he used to play for, who now plays for Chelsea, and he has been on the bench so far in the Maurizio Sarri era. On the bench, we had Sirigu, Perron, goalkeepers, Barella, Criscito Romanogli, Berardi, Bonaventura, who came on as a sub, Andrea Bellotti, who came on for Balotelli, Caldara, Chiesa, who came on as a sub, Ciro Immobile, who did not feature, and Benassi. So Italy, man, you know, as you guys heard, a lot of the players who were actually frozen out of the team in the Ventura era is coming back. So things will be on the up for Italy. I do think so. For Poland, we have Fabianski in goal, Bednarek, pretty talented guy there, Jan Bednarek, Lewandowski, Krychowiak, you know, who seems like he's getting his touch back a little bit. Then we had Kamil Glik coming back from injury. Did not feature at the World Cup, I think. Did he feature in the last game? But he was missing. Blazakowski, who surprisingly did not play most of the matches as well during the World Cup when he was subbed off. I was like, wow. They had Berezinski, Zielinski, Kurzawa. On the bench, we had Szczesny. Szczesny was on the bench. Any more notable players? Arkadiusz Milik didn't feature. And that was it. That was it. But really good start to their careers for Roberto Mancini and Jerzy Berzashek. So that rounds off League A. So a quick recap of what went down so far in League A. We only had 2 matches. You know, we had matches between Germany and France in Group 1. I think that's in Group 1. Both teams draw, so that's 1 point apiece. Give me 1 second. And then Italy and Poland also playing to a draw. So for League 1, for League A, France, Germany, Netherlands. Look out for the Netherlands, guys. They could actually cause an upset in Group 1 of League A, so look out for them. You know, they might want to be a banana peel for either France or Germany. So don't take your eyes off the Clockwork Orange. Then in Group 2, where we have my World Cup team, Belgium. Remember, I followed them during the World Cup. Iceland and Switzerland. I'm predicting Belgium to go through. Then in Group 3, Poland, Italy, Portugal. Keep an eye on Portugal. You know, Ronaldo not there, but they actually, maybe it's an experiment to see if they could play without Ronaldo. Then in Group 4, we have Croatia, England, and Spain. This is one interesting group because Croatia and England has history, and Spain, coming off of a bad World Cup, you never know what they're going to do. They could flop again, or they could impress and go on to win the whole thing. So that rounds it off for my UEFA Nations League Day 2 recap. Okay, now we shall do a bit of Q&A. Guys, you see I wrote down everything on piece of paper, but I didn't actually have to use the paper, you know. So that's pretty good. So let's do Q&A now, guys. I'm actually reading your questions. If you want your questions to, you know, show up, you could also super chat. Don't forget, you can super chat, donate to the channel. That will put your question on top. Just want to put that out there for those of you guys who actually have money. I know you guys are young and you probably don't have money, but just putting that out there. Anyway, so questions. Guys, hold off on the questions. Don't put the questions while I'm actually answering a question, because the chat will just go up and I won't see the question. Like, you got to use your heads, guys. Okay. Advenko asks, okay, before I answer that, let me take a drink. I was talking a lot there because, you know, mouth gets dry. Excuse me while I take a sip of my drink. Okay, Advenko, hey Dom, do you think it would be a good idea if all the confederations had a Nations League and the top 3, 4, 5, or even many countries ended up qualifying for the World Cup? That's actually a good idea. That could be an alternative to World Cup qualifiers. That's a very, very good idea. They also had a proposition to have a global Nations League, but that was kind of scrapped for now because it would have given the World Cup competition, you know, especially since the World Cup is going into the 48 team phase. And, you know, it doesn't really get exciting until like the knockout phase and all of that. So the group phase of the 48 team World Cup is going to be so long and drawn out. You remember the 32 team World Cup, last World Cup, the group phase, I was like, oh God, done already. There were so many matches to cover. But that is a good proposition, but it might not work. It might not work. Not yet. I think they need to do a lot of tweaking and they need to go back to the drawing board or just leave things the way they are, man. It's good. It's good the way they are. I don't know why they're changing up a lot of things, but it's all for money. Remember, a lot of things are done for the almighty dollar, for the sake of the dollar. Okay, Austin Herzig asked, what do you think about Poland now? What do I think about the Polish football team right now? I think they are a good bunch of players. They have good players like Zielinski, Lewandowski, you know, Krychowiak, he fell off, but he is still, I think he still has that potential. You know, Bednarek is looking good, plays in the Premier League. Fabianski plays in the Premier League. And a lot of these players play at very high quality, playing very, you know, top leagues. Arkadiusz Milik, Kamil Glik, just to name a few. I think maybe under Jerzy Bergeshek, who knows what would happen. Or maybe they need to bring in a foreign coach because maybe the Polish coaches are not doing the job. Maybe they need a different perspective, a different mentality, a different way of looking at things. And who knows? Who knows? Maybe it can work. But right now, Poland, they're underachieving. Let's just say that. I expected them to do something. Well, I did not really expected them, but most people expected them to do a lot at the World Cup and expected Lewandowski to do a lot, but he did nothing. He did nothing. Well, I think he got an assist today, but he needs goals, you know. If Poland is going to do something, they need goals from Lewandowski, their captain, their talisman, their top man. They need goals from him. So I hope that answers your question. Okay. John Snow is my daddy asked, will you ever come to Croatia? I do want to come to Croatia, but you guys have to continue being nice to me, you know. I don't like the hostility. You know, when people come with hostility, it makes me second guess whether I do want to come to the country, whether I'm going to actually feel safe in the country and all. Guys, I was actually, when I went on jury duty today, I was walking through, you know, New York City and Queens, and I had my phone out. I felt so safe. You don't even understand. I felt so safe. Like, I'm in my zone right now. I feel good here in America, in New York, here where I live. I feel good. I feel like a badass too, because I'm like, touch me. You know what I'm saying? If you're bad, touch me or say something stupid to me. That's how I feel right here where I live. But if I go to Croatia or some other country, I don't know if I could feel the same way. But I do want to come, so continue being nice and, you know, being grateful. And who knows? I might just show up. Never know. I want to travel to new places. Okay, more questions. The Miho Kodro said, do Bosnia League predictions. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I actually started doing the Croatian League predictions, guys, because, you know, I have a Croatian following. I made a few videos, you know, smash or pass. I made my own Croatian jersey. I tried to say the players from Croatian names, and those videos blew up, and I, you know, gathered a nice little Croatian following. So I think it would be nice to actually talk about their football, you know, talk about their, you know, league and all of that. You know, I'm a YouTuber. I make YouTube videos. I'm a creator. I make videos. I want to be creative. So if Croatia is where it's at right now and they appreciate the content, and they really do appreciate the content, I will continue making content about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're selling wheat bread to a certain, if you're selling wheat bread and no one's buying, and then you start selling regular white bread and everybody's buying, will you continue selling wheat bread at the same, you know, quantity that you were producing it? No. You make less wheat bread and you make more white bread for the people. Everybody's happy. You're happy. Money coming in your pocket. The people happy. You know, you catch the analogy. So that's what it is. Okay. Inas El Yamani, are you doing AFCON qualifiers? Okay. What I'm actually going to do, when the AFCON qualifiers are done, I'm going to do a recap. I'm going to do a recap. We could do a recap. We could actually do something, maybe a live recap, and talk about, you know, who will qualify and stuff like that. I will actually do that. That's cool. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, so Mandio has donated 99 cents. Thank you very much. You know, that goes into the piggy bank for snacks. Thank you very much. For water, that's actually water money right there. So thank you very much, Mandio. I appreciate it. So we have the hitman up in here, and he says AFCON qualifiers. Where have the hitman been? He was absent. I haven't seen him since the World Cup. It's all good, Hitman. It's all good. I will do a little AFCON qualifiers. I will actually look into that tonight and see when I could actually do something on it. You know, how far in it's, you know, I think a few matches were played already, but I think it's pretty young still. It's still in its premature stages. Okay, more questions. Tomislav Novakovic. Okay, I got to your question. What do you think? Who is going to win the Champions League? Okay, what I'm going to do, I don't know who I think is going to win the Champions League yet, but guys, come on. It's the usual suspects. The usual suspects. Juventus with Ronaldo there and all their stars, you know. Don't need to actually go into that. Bayern Munich. Real Madrid still. Barcelona. Man United. Let's throw Man United in there. Jose Mourinho, you never ever know what this guy can do. You know, he could pull a shocker on everybody. Man City, my team, Man City. Gotta throw them in there. Liverpool. Gotta throw Liverpool in there again. Basically, all the big teams. All the big teams. All the big teams you have to put in there. Inter. You never know. Guys, you never know. You never know. Roma. Never know. Who knows? Who knows who's going to win it? But Barcelona with Lionel Messi, you know, Bayern Munich, Juventus, Real Madrid, I think are the top 4 contenders. I'm not going to throw Man City in there because, for one, I don't want to jinx the team. And the way they play right now, I think some better teams will actually pick them off, just to be honest. Just to be honest. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Inquisitive871 asks, who do you think is the greatest African footballer? That's a really good question, and it's a hard question. It's a very difficult question. We have great African players like Roger Milla, George Weah. I guess it might have to be George Weah, you know. He actually went on to be a president of a country, Liberia, so I guess George Weah. I would say George Weah. You know, his stocks are pretty high, so I'm going to go for George Weah. African Ballon d'Or winner as well. You know, so let's just say George Weah with that one. Do you guys agree? Let me know if you agree in the chat. All right, John Snow is my daddy. Ask again. What do you think about Croatia right now? In terms of Croatia's football team right now, I think it's a tricky period. Let's just call it the tricky period. Because after the 1998 World Cup, Croatia just fell off big time. You know, after guys like Suke Pražaneški left the team, team went down. I think they're in a better shape after the 2018 World Cup than they were after the 1998 World Cup. I think they should continue to perform well, you know. Modric is there, but he is 33. And I was actually looking into some stats today, guys. Most Croatian players actually retire very, very young. I think the oldest went on to play for 37 at 37 years old, and he was the only one, you know. Most players retire 32, 33, 34, and it's not a lot, you know. They only have a handful, several hundred cap players. That means that players don't play for a very, very, very, you know, long stretch of time, like consecutive matches, like over the years, like how some countries have players. But then again, Croatia only just started playing in 1991, you know, as a independent nation. We're not talking about back in the 1940s when they used to play as well as Croatia, but we're talking about the new independent Croatia. So it's a tricky period. I think they have the quality to replace Mandzukic, Charluka, Subasic, and they will be okay. I think they will be okay. They have really good young talent, you know. They have Piazza. They have the guy who played yesterday, Livaya, I think his name is. There's Rebic and there's Kramaric. The team, there's Santini. You know, the team has a lot of quality still. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. I'm on to the next question right now. Let me see. Yuhei Shaper asks, Messi or Ronaldo? I think Messi. Okay. Both players have their strengths, their weaknesses. Both players are really, really good. Who would I prefer to have on my team? I would say Messi. I would say Messi because, you know, I would say Messi because he might. I just can't. I would prefer to have Messi on my team personally. Personally, I think he's a little bit more level-headed than Cristiano Ronaldo is. Cristiano Ronaldo might make his emotions get the better of him, you know. And I'll say Messi. Both are great players. Two GOATs, but I would prefer Messi in my team. Let me put that on record right now. Okay, Persian predicts. Do you believe the UEFA Nations League will be a success? And if so, would you agree with it coming over to other confederations? Well, it has already gone over to one confederation in the CONCACAF Confederation. I haven't made any videos on the CONCACAF Nations League as yet. I've been really busy. I have to start writing the material for that video explaining the CONCACAF Nations League. But I do think the UEFA Nations League will be a hit. It will be a success. A lot of nations, excuse me, actually want to play competitive tournament football, and this is a chance for them to shine on the global stage. You know, think about it, guys. You just think about it. If these matches were friendlies, I probably would not even be talking about them right now. I wouldn't have been doing this live stream, or maybe, you know what, I would have been doing qualifiers, you know. 20 Euro qualifiers, I think, would have started already. Euro 2020. So I like it. I like the anthem. It gets me real hyped up. And, you know, 75,000 people at the Allianz Arena yesterday to see Germany, who flopped, play. The UEFA Nations League is a big deal. It's going to make a lot of money for UEFA. It's going to bring in a lot of money for the all the nations of UEFA. And we are going to see players. We are going to see players come through. We're going to see new stars will be born from the UEFA Nations League. Remember, I told you that. It's a tournament. It's a tournament. Look out for the January transfer window and you would see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, I'm done with that question. Okay, so next question. Konstantinos Antopoulos. Okay, Greek. Your thoughts for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar starting in winter? That's a bit weird. But you know what, guys? It's nice to break the monotony, you know what I'm saying? It's nice to break the monotony. Something a little different. Something weird. Something, you know, different. Something that we would be like, whoa, WTF? What? Winter World Cup? Like, this is not, I'm not used to watching World Cup in the winter. I'm used to watching it in June, July. But, you know, guys, come on. The world is ever changing. Everyday things are different. You know, expect the unexpected. We did not even expect Qatar, who is not really a footballing nation. You know, what has Qatar ever done in football? Hosting the World Cup, and now the World Cup will be in the winter. You know, and then all the controversial stuff that's been going on with the, you know, the whole building of the stadiums and everything. Guys, it's a whole money-making thing. Qatar is a rich-ass country. How you think they end up with the World Cup, man? Money. Money. Money, guys. Money run things. You don't know that? For example, if someone, you know, offer me such and such money to live stream every day, stop your other YouTube videos. I want you to do only live stream. And they offer me the right amount of money. That's going to pay my bills. That's going to help me pay for my house and take care of my kids and, you know, put gas in the car, put food on the table. What do you think I'm going to do? I'll be live streaming my ass off. You know, I'm not going to sell out. I'll still be giving you the content, but I'll be live streaming. It's just an example. So money run things, man. Simple. All right, Advenko. What countries do you think will start falling off in the coming years? Great question. Great question. Falling off. So is that all over the world? That has to be a global question. And if you use the word falling off, it means that the country must be hot already. It must be the country must be basically good and doing big things. You know, it's like you're saying a rapper fell off. It means that he was good, he had hit songs, and then we don't hear anything from him anymore. So which countries we could actually see falling off a few years from now? It's a tricky question. It's a tricky question. But, oh boy, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. Argentina, they play there's a lot of footballers in Argentina. They will always be producing. You could say the USA. You could say the USA. They have fell off. After qualifying for so many straight World Cups on the bounce and then actually not qualifying for 2018 in CONCACAF, behind Panama, even behind Honduras, who made it to the playoffs, behind Costa Rica, who wasn't that great at the World Cup. Guys, the USA fell off. So I could say the USA. The USA definitely, they have fell off. And if they don't make changes to their league system, they will continue falling. I'll say the USA. If I could actually give you one more nation, Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast, if you want to talk about Africa. Ivory Coast have fallen off big time. They won the AFCON just a few years ago. And they were qualifying for World Cup after World Cup. First in 2006, then they qualified for 2010 and 2014 without doing anything at the World Cup. And what has happened to the Ivory Coast? And they have so many talented players, you know. So I give you one from CONCACAF. I give you one from Africa. You want more? Europe. Think about Europe. Yeah. Europe is hard. Europe is really hard because we could make a case for Iceland falling off because, you know, damn. Hallgrimsson is not at the helm anymore. They did what they had to do. They qualified for the Euros for the first time, qualified for the World Cup. Will we see them at the 2020 Euros? Will we see them at World Cup 2022? It's a tricky period for Iceland. Tricky period for Iceland. You know? So we could make a case for Iceland in Europe. South America. Chile, man. We see Alexis withdrawing from, you know, international duty this international break. Vidal is not as fit, you know. And who else is there? We're talking about big stars. Chile are not producing the big stars anymore. You know what I mean? The Marcelo Salases, you know. So we could make a case for Chile in South America. I think that's all I'm going to give you for now. Let me move on to the next question. We are now 53 minutes into the stream. I will actually do an hour, 10 minutes today. So we have 17 more minutes in the stream today. Okay, questions, more questions. All right. CR7 Golazo asks, do you think the Confederations Cup should be scrapped for something else like a 32-team Club World Cup? Well, I don't think so. Because the Confederations Cup is only played every 4 years, right? And it's not a long competition. It only has, what, 8? Is it 8 teams? It's not many teams in the Confederations Cup. So, you know, someone mentioned something yesterday about a global Champions League. A global Champions League might be feasible. If FIFA, let's say FIFA organize a global Champions League, you know, that might be a more interesting competition than a Club World Cup. Because think about it. Where would we have a window to have a Club World Cup? Where will the window, where is it? You know, we could definitely have a window, but I'm just saying a global Champions League might be something a little bit more interesting that could be played throughout the whole season or something like that. or the Club World Cup. Whichever. Anyone could work. Anyone could work. But I don't think, you know, the Confederations Cup should be scrapped because it's like a warm-up to the World Cup, and it has been around for quite a while. It was a King Fahd Cup before, and now I think they should keep it. It's been around for a while. It serves its purpose, and we should leave it at that. All right, next question. I'm scrolling down the questions. It's 6:22. Wow. These questions are old. Guys, these questions are really old that I'm actually answering right now. So if you're asking new questions, I haven't seen them yet. All right, so I'm actually going to skip some of the questions that I have, you know, people that I have answered questions for before. Advenko asked, jury duty, was it compulsory? I've never been called up for it. Yes, it's compulsory. I think once you're over the age of 18, you have to go, you have to show up, or you could be fined $1,000 or 30 days in jail, or both. So I had to go. All right, so questions. Let me see. Hitman saying Afghan qualifiers predictions. Well, I did not have enough time for that, so I couldn't do that. Thomas Nosrati asks, do you think Martin O'Neill should be fired? Yes. Yes, he should be fired. Bring in a younger coach. What about is any of those Keens, Roy Keane, Robbie Keane, any of those guys in coaching? Bring in one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Bring in one of the younger guys, man. You know, for God's sake, these old men mentality are not working anymore. They're definitely not working anymore. You need new, innovative people, you know, at the helm of these football teams. Okay. Mike Kwafetzezi asks, do you think Spain has a good squad? Yes, Spain always does have a good squad, and that's the strength about Spain and their league, La Liga. Even though some players withdraw, they will always have really quality players to replace them. So I do think that Spain has a really good league. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to come up to the updated chat because I'm way behind. So the updated chat, okay. Updated chat. Okay. I'm at Aliu and Daye. I probably missed a lot of questions, but I fell behind. I was doing a little bit too much talking there. Who do you think will win the 2018 Ballon d'Or? Guys, is it still called the Ballon d'Or, or is it the FIFA best or something like that? I haven't really looked into that too much. I've been really busy, but I think Luka Modric should win that that award. Come on. World Cup Golden Ball, best European midfielder, best European player. Come on. Champions League 3 times in a row. Give the man the thing, man. Ronaldo has won it enough times. Give the man the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Give him. And maybe, you know, he'll retire soon on the high. Walk off into the sunset. Walk off into the, you know, with the limelight. Walk off while he's in the limelight. Okay. ADAJ3 asks, Adnan, what if there was one international nations league? I guess it would end up being European teams versus South American teams, and then African teams versus Asian and North American teams. Maybe because, you know, if they do it in terms of rankings, that's how it would actually work out. I don't think the world is ready for that yet. That would go on. Oh man, is the world ready for global football takeover? Like, imagine, right? Imagine this. Imagine today, Nations League today, right? Nations League today. Imagine it being played in every single country. Every single FIFA nation would actually have a match, either today or tomorrow. You know, I don't think, oh man, the logistics that would have to go into a tournament like that, you know, there will be a lot of money made. Players, officials will make a lot of money. The fans will be treated. It's a mouth-watering, you know, idea, but I don't think the world is ready for that yet, you know. Things need to be centralized, you know, centralized like the World Cup, so that everybody could watch the same thing at the same time. I think a global tournament that will be scattered might not. I don't like the idea. I really don't like the idea. So, Brian Hinojosa, early contenders for Copa America 2019. Oh man, if Argentina don't win this, when will Lionel Messi win anything with Argentina? If they don't win this, you know, I'm gonna say Argentina. You know, forget about Brazil. I'm not gonna be typical and say Brazil. I'm gonna say Argentina, a revamped Argentina. Lionel Messi still there, a new manager. Not Sampoli, not Bowser, not whoever, non-innovative, non-thinking, stupid, hot-headed manager that they always have. Bring in somebody who's innovative. Win Argentina something. Win Lionel Messi something, man. You know, so I'm going to say Argentina for that. So Michael Hegebert. I hope I'm saying your name right. Any thoughts about Belgium versus Scotland? Come on. Belgium versus Scotland. Was that a friendly or something? If that was a friendly, I did not actually follow it. I had jury duty today. I did not know what happened in any of the friendlies. Sorry. Because I know Belgium and Scotland is not in the same UEFA Nations League. I know we're talking about a lot of UEFA Nations. I know this is a UEFA Nations League video, you know. But I digress. Let's move on. So, if it's a future game, I really have no thoughts on it right now. I'm being completely honest with you. Persian predicts England versus Spain predictions. It's tricky. I'm going to go for a draw. A 1-1 draw. England has been doing really well lately, grinding out draws. So I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. Okay. So Adnan said there are 2 Player of the Year awards, a Ballon d'Or and FIFA Best, which I think is stupid. Yes, it is stupid. And there are so many things going on right now that we can't actually keep up with everything. Like, how am I supposed to keep up with all this? Ballon d'Or and FIFA Best. I still have to, guys, I'm still yet to look at the FIFA Best nominees. Still yet. That's how much I'm paying attention to it. I've been really caught up, man. Really caught up, man. Work, the channel, jury duty, you know, kids, wife, having, you know, no social life whatsoever. But the thing about having no social life, you actually accomplish quite a lot. You know, I haven't been playing video games, guys. I haven't played my FIFA 17 and I haven't been playing FIFA 18 in quite a few weeks. Like, and since I stopped playing my game, this is a little secret for some of you guys who play a lot of video games. Since I stopped playing a lot of video games, things have gotten better. Like, everything has like gone up. And you know why? Instead of sitting down for 6 hours in a row or 4 hours in a row and playing the video game, or all day when I'm off from work, I would make videos. You know, I would record a video here, I would record a video there, I would record 4 videos in a row and then take my time and edit them and then put them out slowly. And that's how I'm able to put out 50 plus videos since the World Cup. You know, almost 60 something videos since the World Cup finals. You know what I'm talking about? Quality video that I put my time and effort in. And when I did not put time and effort, I did it live, while, you know, one take. So I've been putting in the work. So take, you know, a little advice on that, guys. Okay. Advenko asked, what was your reaction when your Croatia videos blew up? Well, first video that actually blew up was the smash up pass. I think, as I said yesterday, your videos are only good if you piss people off or if you make people extremely happy. Anything in between, nah, you're not gonna cut it with in-betweenity. You know what I'm saying? In-betweenity. That's a word that a old teacher used to use. But you either gotta piss them off or you either gotta make people extremely happy. And when I say piss them off, I'm talking about generally, not Croatians or Serbians or English or Americans, etc. People in general. So I think that video actually pissed a lot of people off because, you know, my wife was passing a lot of the players and they think a lot of the guys are actually very, very handsome, which they are. And a lot of people loved it because I was actually talking about Croatia, which no one does, you know. So, okay. After that video, I got suggestions. Make a video predicting the FIFA 19's overall ratings. I made the video. The video did good. I was like, okay. So I kept getting, you know, suggestions and I kept on making the videos. People say, you're not saying the names properly. You're not saying the names properly. So I made a video trying to say the names properly. And the content has been really organic. It has been organic and I just continue to make it and poof. And I will continue to make content like that. And I will continue to make a variety of content. Croatia stuff, English Premier League stuff, which I have cut back on a lot. And guys, let me explain the reason exactly why I cut back on all the English Premier League videos, right? I would watch 3 English Premier League videos every weekend, every week at least. Not videos, games, 3 to 4 or even 5. And I would make a reaction video on maybe 3 of those matches. Some games I watch it and I don't actually make a video. And the reception is just terrible. Like, I'm not doing this for views, but I'm saying though, if you make a video, at least you expect people to watch it. You know what I'm saying? And you see other people putting out lower quality work and they're getting the views. So I'm like, what's going on here? But I'm not the problem. The people are not the problem. It's just saturation. When 100 people are trying to fit into a door this small, what you think is going to happen? Not everybody's going to get into the door. Some people who are not even supposed to get in the door would squeeze into the door. And you who's supposed to get in would never get in. So I think that's what's been happening to me in terms of the English Premier League stuff. And I say, you know what? Let me just only do Manchester City games for now. And I will do a random other match. Sometimes if it's a really good match, I will talk about it. And yeah, it's been working. It's been working because every time I look at my analytics, English Premier League, it would be really depressing. It's really depressing. And I would see -2 subs, -1 sub, -3. I would never see a +10. I would never see a plus this. And if you look at my analytics, which I posted the subscribers a few days ago, only 600 and something people from England subscribe to the channel that I know of, that actually, you know, allow their, you know, subscription to be revealed. 600 and something when last season I made almost 100 videos on the English Premier League. Like, come on. Like 600. And I made one video talking about Croatia and like one video brought in over 1,000 views. Another video would bring in over 1,000 views. And it's not only views, the videos would bring in revenue as well for me to buy equipment to better the channel. You know what I'm saying? What you think I'm using on this live stream? I have a mic right ahead above my my phone. I'm actually using my phone. And if I want to upgrade things in the future, you know, like get a better live stream setup and everything and buy a proper encoding software and all of that, the channel has to generate some kind of income, and covering certain things just does not do it because it's saturated. It's saturated. And, you know, I don't know if the English prefer the English people and they look at me as an outsider and then they don't want to accept me because I'm from America. I don't know what it is, but I'm not from America. I live in America. I'm a naturalized American citizen, but I'm from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which was actually a former British colony. Like, come on, you know? So it is what it is, man. You do what the people, you know, want and what the people react to. So if people are reacting to my videos on, you know, the Balkan nations, I will make a lot of Balkan stuff. If I'm going to do a few videos talking about Scandinavia, you know, and it gets good reception, I will do more. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the whole process. But anyways, I digress. Let me answer some more questions. Okay, Mike Kwafizezi asked again, what team do you think will win the Euro 2020? That's a hard question, man. You know why that's a hard question? That's like asking me who do I think will win the 2018 World Cup, like asking me that. Let's retroactively ask me that. And asking me who will win the 2022 World Cup, because we know it's going to be a freaking European team or a South American team. We know that. We know that. You know? And if you go from, yes, we actually know that. You know, we actually know that. So asking me who will win the Euro 2020 is like asking me who would win the World Cup. Who would win the Universe Cup? It's hard. Spain, France, Italy, you don't know what they can do. We don't know. Germany, Portugal, look at what they did. Who knows? A team like Austria might come and win it. We never know. England, look at what they did at the World Cup. Russia, look at what they did at the World Cup. Denmark. For God's sake, we could even throw Ireland, Wales. We could throw Wales in there. Look at what Wales did at Euro 16. Semi-finals. You know what I'm saying? And with the talent that they have right now, we don't know what they can do. So it's hard. It's really hard. And I forget Belgium and Croatia as well. How didn't I mention Belgium and Croatia? So it's hard. Greece as well. Won Euro 2004. We don't know who's going to win that thing, man. We don't know. We don't know. But if I didn't answer your question, you know, please ask it again. All right. So, okay. Adnan said, I'm going back late. I'm late on this question. Messi won the Olympics and under 20 World Cup with Argentina both times against Nigeria. Well, those don't count. People don't really count those. People don't count them. They don't count. That's why people don't count Uruguay's Olympic wins. And I think East Germany actually did something good in the Olympics as well, if I could remember. Okay, Paraguay will shock and win Copa America. Paraguay. Never know. Never know. Okay, Aliu Ndaye, do you think FIFA should make a league for all top 5 leagues winner every year? The top 5 leagues every year, a competition. No. No more leagues. No more leagues right now. No more leagues at all. Okay, guys, I'm going to come to the updated question. All right. Casper 7, can Modric be the best player in the world? Yes, he can. And I think he should win that award. He should be given that accolade just before he retires, you know. And a lot of people laughed at Luka Modric while he was at Tottenham. They say he flopped there. And look, who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? What if Tottenham actually kept a player like him and he was still good? Awesome. All right, we have Sakara in the house. Guys, go to Instagram and look up Sakara and actually follow my boy. Actually follow his Instagram page to keep up with all the latest football news. You know, let me give you a little story about Sakara, you know. I think he is from Kurdistan, which is a region in, you know, the Middle East. It's not a country yet, but Kurdistan, and he has an Instagram page. He asked me, he said, give me a little shout out. And I told him, I said, I don't think you deserve a shout out yet. You know why? You only start doing this a month. And I have been doing this over a year. And no, hardly anyone has really shouted me out. You know, and I had to grind and grind and grind. I say, you know what? You do the same. Go and grind. Grind, grind, grind. Be patient and your page will grow. And I see that he's actually applying that. He's doing that. So here's your shout out, man. Guys, go on Instagram when you're done. Socera, S-O-C-C-E-R-A. Or R-R-A. It's right there, guys. It's right there. Go and follow his Instagram page. There you have it. Anyone who's watching the replay would actually see it as well. So, more questions. All right, Aliu Endai asked me, what do you think about Timothy Weah? Guys, another cool story for you. Another cool story. I went to the park last Thursday and I saw this guy playing and he was really good. You know, these people are only playing like pickup soccer, you know, or pickup football. I don't really say soccer on the channel. And this guy was really impressive. And I was actually there with my wife and we were talking to this young lady who had her young daughter. And it turned out that the very good player was actually, you know, her boyfriend, you know, or her baby daddy. So I was like, yo, he's mad good. He's mad good. And when he came off the field, she actually introduced him to me and I told him about myself and I do YouTube and da-da-da-da-da. And he told me the girlfriend had actually told me that he is Timothy Weah's cousin. And we were having a conversation and they were, you know, I told her that I know that George Weah's wife has a Jamaican restaurant in New York City. And she was like, yeah, they do. And I actually go there and I eat there all the time. And I said, I have to go and I have to try it. And when the guy came off the field, we were talking and he said, yes, he was talking to me about Timothy Weah. And he told me his brother plays for New York Red Bulls. His brother was actually in the Valencia youth system and all of that. And I was like, whoa, wow. He actually had some tickets for the Jamaica versus Honduras friendly. Is it a friendly or UEFA CONCACAF Nations League? But I don't know. I don't know. You know, but he actually had some free tickets for me to see that game today. And before I started this live stream, he actually texted me and told me that I should come to Jersey. He got the tickets there for me, but I can't do that today. So that was actually a cool story I got for you guys. So hopefully in the past, he will get more free tickets for me because he said his dad is involved with the whole New York Red Bulls team and everything. And they give him like free tickets to give away. So who knows? You might see me at a game in the future. For free. For free. Importantly, for free. Okay, LeBron James asks, in what city do you live? I live in New York City, man. The best city ever. CR7 Golazo. What Manchester City player do you wish they never sold and would take back? Okay, players who they never sold. Right now, I'm kind of wishing that they never sold Edin Dzeko. Dzeko is doing really well for Roma, and I saw today his FIFA card has an 86 rating. Like, that is crazy. I think Dzeko is up 32 years old. 86? Wow. That's impressive, though. That's impressive. So, I think, you know, but when you have a new manager coming in, they always sell, you know, they sell the old players who don't really play to their style, their system, and all of that. So, I wish they could bring back Edin Dzeko because Man City is very light up top. They only have Aguero and Gabriel Jesus, who are naturals in that position. I know Sterling could play there. They could put Bernardo there. You know, if Kevin De Bruyne is fit, he could play there as well. But they're not center forwards. They don't hold up the play as well as guys like Dzeko. You know, so if Aguero gets injured, Jesus gets injured, what's going to happen? You know, so a guy like Dzeko would have been good in the team. And I don't like the way Yaya Toure was treated. Let me just say that. Last year, like, I didn't even remember Yaya Toure was playing for Manchester City. He was hardly ever featured. And I think what City should have done, they should have never sent out Lucas Nmecha on loan. Lucas Nmecha should have been there making cameos off the bench. You know? But it's what it is, man. It's what it is. I have no control, man. No control. No control. We have Sebastian up in here. Sebastian, what's up, man? Sebastian came over from when I was on Foot Dribbler's channel. I popped up in Foot Dribbler's live stream, and Foot Dribbler give me a shout out and everything, and some people came over, and Sebastian was actually one of them. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Let me take a sip of my drink because my throat is getting dry. Okay. What's the time? 7:05. So I think right now I was actually... No, 1 hour 20 minutes I've been streaming for. So that's 80 minutes. The stream is way past the time, but I think I will continue. I will continue the stream. So let me get the updated questions. I will continue the stream. Okay. Oh, so now I'm at the updated questions where Adnan have a really good question. I actually saw this. Who is the better dribbler? The better dribbler. Alisson or Hazard? I have to give it to my boy Alisson, man. I really have to give it to my boy Alisson. He's damn good on the dribbles. You saw what he did in one of those earlier games. Like he did it so coolly, you know. The ball came in and he just flipped it up and he was awesome. The crowd went wild. And then he tried to do something else again. Something similar. And against Leicester City, and Leicester ended up scoring. I was like, what the hell are you doing? He looked like a clown, I'm telling you. He looked like someone who actually don't know how to play football when he tried to pull off that dribble. I was like, what are you doing? And on top of that, I think that was Ilie and Nacho. They almost screwed it up. Leicester almost screwed it up, you know. So I'm telling you, man, these keepers, they just gotta, and he had so much time. And the reason why I know some of these commentators are just full of shit, they were actually blaming Virgil van Dijk and saying that it's a bad back pass. I'm like, how is it a bad back pass when there was so much time? There was nobody pressuring Alisson, and he had so much time to just punt the ball anywhere he wanted to, and he wanted to dribble. Sorry there, guys. Sorry I got bumped off, but Alisson costed Liverpool their first, to concede their first goal of the season. But it was all good. They still ended up and won the game. Okay. Another question. Casper7 asks, who is the best Croatian player after Modric? I'm going to give it to Ivan Perisic. Ivan Perisic, my favorite player from Croatia. Awesome player, man. I've actually admired Ivan Perisic for quite a few years. I'm telling you, I'm talking about back when he first started playing for Croatia. I think he started playing around 2011, 2012. And I first saw him, I think it was for Euro 16 or Euro, was it World Cup 2014 qualifiers? I first saw Perisic and I was like, whoa, this guy is good. And every time I think of Ivan Perisic, I always think of Marek Hamšík, because I remember watching, like, you know, the UEFA qualifiers, and those two were always being featured, you know. These guys are really good. They're good. They were good and they're still good. I would have actually loved to see Marek Hamšík play for like a bigger club, you know what I mean? Like Hamšík playing for, let's say, like a Juventus or Barcelona. I think playing for Napoli, playing for Inter, it kind of hampers the, you know, at the end of the day, these players' names will never get mentioned with the Neymars, the Ronaldos, the Messi, the Modric's, the Gareth Bales, the Hazard, the Kevin De Bruyne. You're not going to mention these players because of the clubs that they play for and what the clubs are actually achieving, which is nothing, you know. So that says it. Question. Bethel is up in here. Bethel said, hi, how did your jury duty experience go? It actually went well. I can't discuss the details of that on here. You know, someone from the jury department is probably watching me right now. So more questions. Guys, I will actually take the stream for next 5 minutes and I will end it because I have some things I need to do. So, question. Aliou Ndiaye, do you think Sadio Mane will win the 2018 Best African Player of the Year? 2018, right? We're talking about this year. Okay. This one is a tricky thing because guess what? It's tricky. Salah did really well this year too. But if Sadio Mane continues to put them in for Liverpool in qualifiers for AFCON, for Senegal, in the Champions League for Liverpool, in the league for Liverpool, he just might pit Mohamed Salah to it. But I think Salah might win it again 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row for Salah, I think. But Sadio Mane still has a chance. He still has a chance. And maybe if Ajax does well, you could, you know, say a guy like Hakim Ziyech could get a shout. Just to throw another name in there, though. Just to throw another name. And there might be a few other players who, you know, who could actually win something like that too. Naby Keita, awesome player, might never ever play in a World Cup if Guinea does not ever qualify like Guinea never did. So I feel bad for players like that. So, okay. Adnan asks, who remembers Jan Koller and Thomas Rosicky? I actually have more memories of Rosicky than Jan Koller. So, Rosicky, former Arsenal player, former Czech Republic international. I think that was World Cup 2006. He blew up. I think it was the 2006 World Cup. Him along with, was it 2006 World Cup? If I'm wrong, correct me. 2006 World Cup. But yes. Okay, all right. Persian predicts. Dominic, I asked you this yesterday. But do you think Gareth Bale is the best British player at the moment? British. Yes, you could actually say that. Could actually say that Gareth Bale is just awesome to watch, guys. From a left back to a winger, like come on. One of the deadliest, scored 2 goals in the last Champions League final, including a bicycle kick. He basically not ended, it's not ended yet, but he really hampered Loris Karius's career, his club career, and whatever, you know, thoughts he had of playing for Germany, that has all gone down the drain because of Gareth Bale. Remember that. You know what I mean? So, let me put that on record. All right, Aliu and you have the cash. If you have the cash, will you buy Barcelona or Real Madrid? Which team will I actually buy if I have the cash? I would actually go for bringing up a smaller team from, you know, maybe a second-tier team and take them all the way to Champions League glory. I would actually go for that instead of taking over an already prestigious team. But guys, the stream is now gonna end because it's getting dark. The lighting has deteriorated a lot and I don't want the video to be too dark and low quality. I actually came outside because of the nice lighting and all of that and the good quality. And the longer you stream, the more it crashes and all of that, and it just crashed one time, so I don't want any more crashes. So I would like to thank everyone who joined the stream today. Come back tomorrow because after I get home from work, which I'll get home a little later than usual, I will actually do another live stream, which I actually might try to do inside because it's gonna be a little late because I get home at 7 tomorrow, I think. So guys, I really appreciate you joining this and sticking around, for those of you who have, and for those of you guys who are watching the live, the replay of this live stream. I appreciate you getting all the way to the end. So thanks again, and I love you and appreciate you, and until next time guys, peace out. Rich Sport. All right, I just now have to end this thing and press the X over here.